Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Mark Skinner press conference reaction for the Everton FC women's game. Big up to every single one of you who's like and locked in already this evening. Much appreciated. Now, if you are new to our YouTube channel and you enjoy your Manchester United content for both the men and the women, and if you enjoy your F1 content as well, make sure you are subscribing to this YouTube channel, and please subscribe as well to my second channel if you're into your EFL content, non-league football, international football. Link is in the title. It's also in the description, and also in the description you can find my extra channel, and pinned on top of the live chat and in the description of this stream is my channel membership. Yes, I have a level 1 and level 2 membership, people. So if anyone wishes to become a YouTube channel member today, you can find all the information pinned on top of the live chat. So Marc Skinner today has been talking to the media about giving his thoughts ahead of the Everton FC women's game. Now, obviously, I've not listened to this press conference yet. This is going to be a fresh reaction because, obviously on this channel for quite a long time now, I've been doing Ruben Amorim ones, but I started doing Marc Skinner ones as well because, Marc Skinner's ones are really fun to listen to, and I enjoy reacting to them. So let's see what he's got to say. Now, I may stop it halfway through if a question's asked, what I feel needs to be talked about. But, we'll wait and see what's been said. But one thing's for sure, these press conferences in the women's game are a lot more exciting than the men's game. Because in the men's game, they're just full of PR, banger, a match waffle. But at least in the WSL, you get a lot more enjoyable press conferences to listen to. Because who wants to hear silly questions from journalists? Seriously, because it's happening now so many times in the men's game, people. I mean, let's get it right here, people, yeah? There's absolutely getting a narrative right. But, Marc Skinner, his Manchester United side are landing it right now. And same cannot be said about the men, though. But the women are absolutely landing it. So long may it continue, yeah? So now I am going to start playing the press conference in a second. I'm just going to get to you guys quickly in the live chat. I know Daniel Sorting is waiting as always. Dynamite sorting. Not long until the Darts World Championship starts soon. Could Luke Litter retain the title and win back-to-back championship this year? Yes, it does. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, what a game I just watched. Seriously, in the Grand Prix, Luke Littler against Price. I'm going to be doing a shorts video about that later. That is an absolute unbelievable game of darts, honestly. So many epic fails by both players, but Luke Littler saving the best until last, honestly. Yeah, like I said, I'll be talking about that a little bit later. Be doing a shorts video on it. Asagao is cooking at Brazil. Have started after the international break because he can play in number 10 while Cole Palmer injuries with that groin, or he could play that on the wing. Better, big up Josh, trust the process and get him better XG. Big up to you, Michael Scott, Chelsea FC. In the Women's League, they don't ask nonsense questions and rubbish questions in the press conferences more than the men. Absolutely. Still doesn't get you 3 points. No, it doesn't. You can have all the XG in the world, but the only thing what matters is the scoreline at the end of the day. What's up, buddy? Manchester is grey. Estacao is a big deal. Can't wait. Yeah, big up to you, Dirty Mouse. So, right, people, let's get started with Mark Skinner's press conference. Right. Where is it? Manchester United women. Here we go. Because they uploaded it on their women's channel.
Hey, Helen. Hey, Mark.
It's a great way to start, mate. Good morning. How are you?
Very good. No complaints, Mark.
Good.
Champions League victory midweek, Mark. The only BSL team to get the 3 points this week. How excited are you, and just what positives are you taking from that performance?
Honestly, there's loads, Jay. I think about the game, and it's always in the emotion of it. You think you should win a game like that a little bit more, because I think we dominated the game. There's no doubt about that. But Vålerenga were really good at holding that block and trying to catch us on the break at the end. But I just think overall, I'm proud of the players, the way they took to the night, the way they took to the actual start of the competition. There's going to be, I've already seen the teams coming up, and we started with a really tough team. It only gets tougher. So for us, I think it will be something we reflect on, something we're really proud of. I'm proud of Maya as well. To score our first goals. It's like that's the romantic side, Jay, isn't it? So all in all, very
Maya Letizia scored the penalty against Vålerenga.
Very good night for us, and it leads us well going into, because it was a continuation of the performance, Jamie. Do you know what I mean? So I was pretty happy with that, and so bring on Everton the weekend.
And on Everton, they've only picked up 5 points from 5 games, but I guess there's some signs there. A strong win in match day 1 against Liverpool at Anfield. What have you made of Everton? I guess there are maybe some weaknesses, but just your general consensus on them under Brian right now.
Yeah, honestly, I just think Brian's going through the transition period where he's bringing different players in because he wants to evolve his playing style. Brian's always a tough coach to play against. He's very good at what he does, and so, look, I expect them to improve. I expect them to pick up more points. And when they get the flow of what he actually wants, and I think, you'll see some real good signs from them. So it'll be a real tough game this weekend, but, we're looking forward to going into the brand new stadium. I'm sure Everton are as well. And, trying to put on a performance and a show in front of...
Oh, yeah, because it's the international break. Everton women are able to play at the brand new stadium. So they won't have to play at Goodison Park this weekend. I'd say then that may happen, that they may play at the new stadium because, there's no Premier League games this weekend.
The fans as well. So I think it'll be really tough, but I think they're. I don't see them having any issues going forwards. I just think they're in a start of the season mode, and I think they'll get out of that pretty quickly.
Brilliant. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Dan, please.
Hello, Mark.
Good morning, sir. I hope you're well too.
Yeah, good, thanks. Brian Sorensen yesterday kind of said about, when speaking about Man United, that it's the best they've seen you. So I just wonder, from your perspective, whether you feel the same. And, I know a lot's kind of said about growing the depth a little bit, but, do you feel it's the best since you've been at the club?
Yeah, that's kind of Brian to say. I think it's different, Dan. Yeah, it's a different team. I wouldn't compare any of my other teams to that. I just think there need to be a lot of context to that. What I'd say is I'm really enjoying the way we...
Context? Yeah, there you go now. Finally heard it in the Marc Skinner press conference, because obviously, that's what Ruben Amorim likes to say a lot, isn't it? Context. So, yeah.
Playing, I think we still have the same aggression without the ball. But what we have now is this kind of ability to unlock teams as well that are in a tight block, so we can mix the game. I think that's what I like about this team. And the reality is we started with real good confidence. So I don't know if it's the best we've had so far, but it's definitely, I'm really enjoying the way that we're playing and the signs in which the direct...
I am as well. But like I said, though, the other night, it's not all plain sailing, people, because at times we're a bit sloppy in the back and a bit loose. So we need to work on that because, against stronger opposition in the women's Champions League, we will get punished for that. So that's something, we got to try and address very, 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 very quickly.
Just wanted to ask you about being part of the first women's game at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. How exciting is that? But also
Hill Dickinson Stadium. Now, Everton men have not started the season off too badly at the Dickinson Stadium, have they?
The other side, kind of preparation. Obviously, no women's teams ever played there, so does that kind of throw up any challenges?
Maybe. I mean, maybe again for Everton as well, though, right? Because they're feeling it for the first time too. There's always a pressure when you go to a home game. I think if we can balance that pressure for them as well and understand that, and we can play well, it'll be tough, hopefully, for them. But what I'd say about going to this stadium, I've never played at Goodison either, so that's a historic ground too. So potentially maybe next year. But from my perspective, it will be good to put on a show in front of fans, in front of this. It's meant to be an incredible stadium, so I'm looking forward to playing there, and I know the players are too. But only if we put a good performance in and win, of course.
Absolutely, yeah. See, winning mentality. It's like, why can Manchester United men not have that, people? Seriously. Well, let's get back to what you guys are saying in the live chats. Before we carry on with the press conference, Manchester United men signed a 17-year-old and another kid. Yep. Surely Chelsea have a great future. They sign Jim, we sign Trash. Gary Neville making more headlines than Mid United this week. Absolutely, yeah. And I'm not surprised, but obviously I'm not really going to talk about it on here because we all know what this platform's like, seriously. So, yeah. What is the new Everton Stadium? Yeah, it's quite nice. Big up, Josh. I hope you're good, brother. Big up to you, Gunner, for like 82. Bash, good evening to you, mate. Thank you for joining this evening, mate. Much appreciated. Big up the community. Absolutely. Radcliffe is the Glazers guinea pig. A hamster spinning on a wheel. Facts. Yep. Absolute facts. Evening, Gunner 82. Yep. Big up, Michael. It's weird it's not saying Everton's home ground is not Goodison Park anymore, and their women are playing there, I believe. Yes, they are, but obviously because there's no Premier League games this weekend, they are able to play at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Amrin Nisi Sachs is saying he wants to replicate Arteta. Good luck with that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nowhere near sustainable. More than welcome, Josh. Michael, Chelsea, what will Assam will be when he hit the prime peak, like 20 years old or 23 years old. Big up Josh Knight. Bash. Big up to Alan Partridge. Yeah, I'm very well, thanks, mate. And to think if Arsenal kept Highbury, their women's team could have played there. Well, it's not a stadium anymore, geezer, is it? It's now turned into a block of flats. So that stadium is no more.
That's brilliant. Thanks for that, Mark. Best of luck.
Thank you, Dan. Have a great day, mate.
Thanks, Dan. Jamie Lee, please.
Good morning, Mark.
Morning, Jamie. You okay?
Yeah, so can we have some team lists for this weekend? How's the squad looking ahead of the trip to Everton?
Yeah, so we're first day back in. We gave them day off yesterday after the late night game. So I believe we're checking in on Celine. Only then it leaves Millie Turner out. Leah Galton trains today and tomorrow with view to be in the squad for Sunday. So everybody else, I think, has come through without any injuries. So we're just checking on Celine. And obviously Millie's out. Everybody else should potentially be available.
Everton's been quite compact defensively this season. What kind of challenges are we expecting from that?
High energy press from a block situation at times. They're at home in a new stadium, so I'd expect that to add another 10-15% of energy to them. We have to get over that with the ball. We have to make sure that, they have to work hard, and then, you get your rewards from that. But, yeah, I think the reality is they're a very good team. I know they're not showing that potentially in points right now, as much as Brian, because he has extremely high standards, but we still expect a really tough challenge and something we've got to try and overcome with maximising our energy, but also, trying to move them around with the ball as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, we just touched on Leah. How important would it be for her to come back in such an important game?
I think more importantly, it's really, really important we get her back for the game.
I'm still devastated about Leighton Highbury. I don't doubt it, Gunner, like 82. Historic, wasn't it, mate? I remember when mid-United fans were saying Skinner out and all them banners and that. I mean, look, geezer, I'm not going to lie. I will admit, for a while, I was. But then when he won me the FA Cup, he proved to be wrong. So fair play to him. But I never held up a banner or anything like that. That's ridiculous, honestly. That's pathetic.
He's up and coming. So, she's been an ever-present, really, in my team throughout the years. So, to get her back right now, we have to be patient with that because she's just coming back. But I think everybody that sees the Leah Galton on the team sheet automatically knows they're in for a tough time. So,
yes, absolutely, geezer. Yes, imagine he came back. Ho, ho, ho. The divide it would have caused in the fan base. Wow.
That'll be welcome going into the Atletico game as well, and obviously beyond that for Champions League with the double matches or triple matches in the 8 days that we play.
Big up. Yep, big up, Adam Dar. Good evening, mate. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated.
And finally, what's your main message to the players heading into the game this weekend?
Same as we have been doing. Good energy, focus, confidence. But we know, and I mean, I don't need to tell my players, but don't take Everton lightly because they're definitely a team that can hurt you and take the 3 points. So we need to make sure we are expressing the same energy, commitment, and confidence that we have been.
Oh, wow. That is rough, mate. Yeah, that must have been a really hard one to take. Having to make a delivery where Highbury used to be. Oh, bloody heck, man. I'm doing good. You guys take on Everton tomorrow or Sunday? Sunday lunchtime, mate. Big up Adam, Don, Michael, and everyone. Hopefully Manchester United women drop points. Well, hopefully not, because, I need a bit of happiness this season, don't I, sorting with one Manchester United team.
To be fair, the same start to the season. So continue that and turn it up a notch if possible.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Jamie Lee. Have a good day.
Thank you. Simon, please.
Hi, Mark.
It's nice to see you more often now, mate. To be fair, it's good to see you more often. So good morning.
It's good. I enjoy it.
It is. I do.
I like getting up there. Just in terms of the stadium, I mean, obviously you've got PSG coming up at Old Trafford as well. How different is it comparing or preparing a team to play in the main stadium at a kind of football club that?
Don't worry, Josh. You got that new circus tent to look forward to. If it gets the grounds, that is. Gets off the grounds, that is. Oh, that bloody thing, seriously.
And it is somewhere like Lee, which we've spoken about before, is more compact and has the kind of crowd level that you're more used to playing in front of.
Yeah, I think it's honestly, it's different in each ground that you play at. It depends on the number of fans. It depends on the setup. It depends on kind of like the fan level noise. There are loads of little things that.
I've been taking comforts with the Arsenal ladies saying they actually play good football. Oh yeah, and winners of the Champions League. Yep. And beat one of the most difficult opponents to beat, Barcelona women. So, yeah, fair play to Arsenal women, yeah? Because, look at Chelsea women. They just cannot seem to beat Barcelona women. It seems to be Chelsea women's bogey team. Mate, what's the game in the Leicester versus Price game? Bash! Big up to you, Hayden Cox. Good evening, mate. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated. Now, obviously, I will be doing a short reaction to that a bit later on. So, yeah, that is still coming out later on tonight, mate. So, yeah, looking forward to reacting to that.
Do impact. What I'd say to you is, I can probably rewind to like 3-4 years ago where we stopped.
Shell shocked, absolutely shell shocks.
To play those games, and it felt different. It felt big. It felt a little bit too big. I think the experience of that now and playing at Wembley and all of those things has kind of settled us into understanding that it's just a pitch in a nice stadium surrounding. And hopefully it has a galvanising factor for us because actually, I'm sure it will do for Everton, but it looks like an incredible stadium. So, we're looking forward to gracing it with that quality that it deserves to have on it. So, I think they're all different. All of them are different, but I would say the main factors are whether the crowd noise echoes round. Again, that's different acoustics in the stadium. But for us, I think we strip it right back and go down to pitch. 11 players and our team. So I think you just have to remove those kind of psychological situations and then you can play football.
And just in terms of the form of your team, you obviously started the season early, and I kind of mentioned this on Wednesday night as well. You seem to not have a problem scoring goals. You were winning matches. You had momentum. You're still kind of eking out results, but the goals have not been the same. Is that just because of the standard of team you're playing against? Is it just a period of time, or is there something that's happened that's just making it a little bit harder?
I mean, I'd always say, I goals scored are fantastic, of course, but I've watched a lot of goals scored that are terrible goals to concede. So I think from our perspective, we're creating lots and lots of opportunities. I think against Valerenga, it should have been, in all honesty, it should have been at least 4. So I think it's the...
Oh, yeah, we did miss quite a lot of chances against Valerenga. If we took more of them chances, yeah, it could have been about 3 or 4, definitely.
Composure in the moment, it's a quality in the moment. But I think that quality of getting to the final moment is where I'm really happy with us. I'm like, we're creating. So I don't worry about that. I think it's as long as you're winning the games... and now what we talk about with the players is actually, look, right, these are the moments, this is what the keeper can do, this is how the defenders defend, and so we give them the keys to the kind of outcome before they get there. So I think from our perspective, I'm really happy that we're creating chances, we're having plenty of shots, so long may that continue, and it will be another time before we hit goals again. So I'm not concerned. What I am really happy with is clean sheets. Like, I think you see that over the...
Yeah, the defence looks very solid. But like I said, we need to work on a bit at keeping the ball a bit better in the back because at times we are a bit sloppy at the back. So, yeah, need to work on that. But, Joyce is doing an amazing job in goal.
Last 3 or 4 seasons, I think 2 or 3 seasons ago, we held the clean sheet record and then Fallon comes and equals it. So... I think from our perspective, that just shows a real tight.
1, 2, 3, Josh, mate. Elite high standards. Yes, that's what the women's team have. Adam Partridge. Elite high standards. Big up Hayden Cox, mate.
Team going forwards and at the back.
Thank you. Good.
Thank you, mate. Have a great day.
Thanks, Simon. Rachel, please.
Hi, Mark.
Good morning, Rach.
Good morning. I just wanted to ask you a little bit about Frida and Julia. It's something I noticed in the Chelsea game. Obviously, they bring a lot of quality on the pitch, but there's also a level of calmness and experience in big moments in matches, whether it be up around the box or finding themselves, maybe deeper in your own box and having to defend. And I know.
I am Adam Partridge tonight, yes, because I am getting my yearly flu jab done tomorrow morning. So, yeah, and my doctor's surgery. So, yeah, I'll be going to my grandparents after I've been to get it done, mate. So, yeah, this is why I'm here tonight in my flat instead of being in the office at my grandparents' house. Crazy who ends up fourth in the WSL will miss out on Champions League. One in the Manchester clubs is my guess. Could well be. Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
Just that calmness that they bring to the team. Obviously, that comes with experience. Do you find that it does feel like it also then spreads with the rest of the team? They feel calm in those moments as well?
I get the flu one done every year, geezer. Ever since I was little. Because, if I get flu, it does, affects me quite badly. So, yeah, I get that one done every year. I have the flu jab every year too, Josh, right?
You notice that?
It does, and what I'd say is having two of them really does help, and Jess adds to that as well because she's got a calmness in her action. What you have before, Rach, is if you had one player in that has loads of experience, it can't always infiltrate the rest of the group. There's just too many people. But when
the autumn season, temperature's dropping.
you bring three in at the same time and add to a young group, they feel more confident in the action. I think there's a little space between action and perception where it's the thinking time. And I think if you have experience, I think you can bring that thinking time a little bit longer so you can get better outcome. And I think that is where they add the quality.
I don't like it when the clocks change end of October. Darker nights. Everton and then Atletico Madrid in Spain, right? Yep, that's correct. Our next two games are Manchester United women.
Frida, you can put a left back, you can put a left wing, you can put a centre forward, right? And she'd just take it.
To me, it's a load of PR bollocks, I think. I can't see it happening, Gunner, for 82. I mean, I want new owners, but I'm not sure if I would want us to become Oil FC, because to me, that'd be the wrong way going about it, because basically then you have loads of rival fans saying, oh, you're cheating this, you're cheating that, you're buying the league. It's like, oh, you won't hear the end of it. Going cold now, but a lot better in it, Josh. Absolutely. Yeah, because it's cold. It's better and hot for you guys in the UK.
To the same natural ability she has. And obviously Ziggy is someone that, I'm leaning on heavily right now because she has just an incredible understanding of the game as well. And she's really easy to talk to and gives you honest feedback as well, which I really like. So I think all three of them, but you're absolutely spot on to recognise the impact that they're having on the team.
We're at the Hale Dickinson Stadium, Adam Dar, because there's no Premier League games this weekend. Everton women are playing at the Hale Dickinson Stadium. Usually they'd be playing at Goodison Park, but as Everton men aren't playing there this weekend, they're allowed to play at the Hale Dickinson Stadium.
And then I know you've done team news already, but just in terms of how are the team managing these 3-game weeks now. That you're into it now. You've had big important games, not just from a physical point of view, but maybe mentally taking ideas in, executing what you're asking them to do. What have you noticed?
Yeah, I think honestly that's the toughest part. I don't know whether the physicality, because there's 3 days, so you can.
Yeah, we're away, Adam.
Cover physically within those days. I think the challenge is keeping everybody ready, if that makes sense. So the players that haven't been playing as many minutes to come in, that's a challenge. I think the biggest thing for me always has been will be the psychological impact. So we have to. I look at the other day.
The Glazers ain't going anywhere, not with the circus stunt on the horizon. Even if the rat goes anywhere, the replacement will be there before you know it. Yeah.
And some comments around us being tired. It wasn't nothing to do with that.
To me, geezer, it's a load of PR bollocks.
Yeah, if you watch the game, the energy was there. I think we're just trying to beat a block. And if you ask any team, trying to beat a block means that you do less physical action because you move in the ball in a tighter area. It's just literally physics and space. So I think the players, what I'm trying to do really, which I hope is helping them, is to give them the right amount of days off as well, Rach, even between. So that actually when they come in, they think, they're fresh, they want to be here. Whereas I think if you do day on day on day on day on without any break, I don't think the players can psychologically think a lot. So I think that's the balance, and they're in a really good space. So I hope they continue that. The challenge will be, Rachel, is after the international break, because I think they come back in different spaces, and we've got to try and jump on the same page as quickly as possible.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Have a great day.
Thanks, Rach. Thanks, everybody. Just a reminder, it's embargoed until 9:30, please, and we will see some of you on Sunday.
Have a great day, team.
Yeah, so I reckon he must have done it at Leah Swordskelly's press conference. After he did his post-match interview for the Ranger game, I reckon that's when they done it, and it was embargoed until 9:30 a.m. this morning. Keep saying about the takeover of Man United this week, don't they, Josh? Right? Yeah, but I'll not believe in anything, Adam Partridge. I'm really not, mate. Right, let's have a look. What about Everton women's manager? Has he done one? Everton FC Women. Here we go. They got a YouTube channel? Yes, they do. Press conference. Here we go. Is he done one? Everton Women. Let's have a look. See. Everton Women. Press conference. Let's have a look. Brian is his name. No, I don't think he's someone yet. That's a shame. You had nice to see Josh. Pizza. Meat feast at pizza tonight. Yeah, Brian, that's it. Brian Sorensen. Big up Michael, mate. Yeah. Ethan, the two Adams. Yep. Oh, we'll see. I'll have a look. See if one has been done. I mean, don't worry, it hasn't. But yeah, surely it's been done. Hang on, let's have a look. What about on the Everton women? Here we go. Let's have a look. Here we go. Yes. All right. Looks like there's no press conference, so there is a bit of a script here. Sorensen's excitement ahead of the historic fixture. 1 day ago. Here we go. Brian Sorensen's expressed his eagerness to mark Everton women's historic inaugural fixture at Hill Dickinson Stadium with a positive performance. Speaking in his pre-match press conference on Thursday morning, Sorensen warned the United's threats, whilst confirming Kelly Kago will feature on Sunday. The head coach also revealed fellow forward Katja, sorry, I can't pronounce her surname, will miss the clash after suffering a hamstring injury in training. The Netherlands international will be back after the international break. Club captain Megan Finnegan will undergo surgery to aid her recovery. We are going to go and enjoy it in the big stadium, said Sorensen. From what I hear, it's a big crowd. We are excited for it. I think it's going to be very good atmosphere. We are going to go out there and put everything on the line, which I have no doubts about it. That they will give our women's team a good game. I agree with that. Hopefully, they fans will come back to Goodison to watch us play. Our plan is to put on a good show, make it exciting. We are realistic and we know it is going to be a tough game, but we will give everything. He continues, we have Kelly Kago back. That is positive. She will be in feature. Kasha pulled out and training with a hamstring injury. That is going to keep her out until after the international break. Sunday's clash with the Red Devils provides the Blues to build on a recent 1-1 draw with Leicester City last time out. The Toffees dominated the Foxes and went ahead thanks to Nella. Powerful strike, her fourth of the season, which sees her top of the goal scoring charts. However, the hosts struck late via Naomi Leveler. Speaking on the stalemate, Sorensen said, I was disappointed straight after in terms of chances that we created. We also had 8 players out, and I wasn't happy. And I was happy with the performance overall. We let them have 1 shot on goal, unfortunately, that went in. That's always annoying, isn't it? You know, when the opposition score with their only shots of the game. We are still working on details of the game. We have started the youngest 11 in the league. We play with good young talents, and it's about learning every day. I'm positive about the future. The future looks bright. There we go. That is the Everton manager's press conference. Chelsea women play Spurs. Any updates, Carthay? Coming up later, Hayden Cox. Barcelona are playing Villarreal away from Spain. Fucking disgrace. Yeah, shocking that is. But unfortunately, this is the way football's going, unfortunately. You know, it's no longer just going to be played in your home country. You know, you're going to be playing it in different countries and that. Nowhere near sustainable, but we all know why they're doing it. For the money, for the pound note. Let's get it right. Another good way of destroying football. Seriously. Well fucking done. Fuck out of here, man. Seriously. Absolute bollocks of you. Ask me, it really is. But I have no doubt about it. Everton women, they will give us a good game of football. They won't show any fear. Now go for it. Big up, Michael. Yeah. What are your thoughts? A joke, right? Yeah, disgrace, honestly. The Barcelona fans are Cheetalona fans, you call it, Michael. That they live in Miami will love this and they giddy about it. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I agree with you, Adam Dar. 100%, mate. Couldn't have put that any better myself. But, oh my goodness me, man, seriously. It's another way of trying to kill an beautiful game. Seriously. I mean, thank goodness we got men's football to watch and women's, because, it's like with men's football, it's on the decline, but women's football, it's on the rise. August, Florian Wirtz is the best footballer in the world. October now, Wirtz is trash. What a bunch of flip-flops. Yep, modern football fans in a nutshell, Michael Chelsea FC. All because Villarreal fans, they need to wake up, else they're going to lose their club. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, that's very true as well. But, Manchester United women, what's my score prediction for this game? I think I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory to Manchester United women. I mean, I'll love it if we catch another clean sheet, but, something tells me the Everton crowd are up for it, that they will score at least one goal in this game. But, yeah, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. So, anyway, I think they'll win 3-1 Everton. Sorry. Oh, fuck's sake. Stinker and hugs. Manchester United women will win 3-1. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah. Sorry, I completely fucks that lineup. Oh, dear me. Oh, the joys of going live. You don't know what to expect, people, do you? Oh, dear me. But yeah, anyway, yeah. 3-1 to Manchester United women, I'm going to. First, 009 at Liverpool. He will be 010 if he does not score against Manchester United when they play Liverpool. 3-1 Everton, yeah, of course, Josh. Oh, fuck me, man. Had a mare there. How long are you going to continue to stream, Josh? Not too sure yet. But, yeah, hang on 2 seconds. Just going to put something in my fridge. But, yeah, anyway, smash the likes, people, as that also helps my channel out an awful lot. And make sure you are subscribing as well, because that also helps my channel out an awful lot. And if you're into your Manchester United content, F1 content, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button, as I upload plenty Manchester United content and F1 content. But yeah, obviously Everton got man of the match the other night, which I was very happy about that. Because Everton, she's landing it right now, people. She really is landing it. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Just pour in some juice. I'm just going to put that in the fridge. Nice. There we go. Now it can get cold in the fridge now. 2 seconds, guys. I'll be back with you. There we go. That's my juice in the fridge now. So now I get nice and cold. Let's get it to 10 likes, 7 likes. Oh, that's not bad going. Yeah, make sure you are hitting the like button. Yep. Hit the likes and sub to legends, Mr. Joshy J. Do you think Murray and Hurts flop now in the Premier League, or think it's too early? Calling him a flop. Well, he's not had a good start, has he? Hurts will come good. Well, let's see, but yeah, he's had a bit of a shaky start. I don't know, I sort of think, don't tell her that at one point, and one thought the sun shines out on Hurts' backside. Yeah, pretty much, you know. But everyone was thinking Hurts is going to be the best thing since sliced breads. Now, literally, everyone is on his back. But if he starts having good games, then they'll flip the other way, won't they? Because this is what modern football fans do in a nutshell. You know, they're flip-flop merchants. You know, they cannot make up their minds, you know. Can they? You know, it's absolutely unbelievable, people. I mean, oh my goodness me. Wow. Yeah. But, you know, and today, people, it is what it is. So, yeah. But the game itself, Manchester United women, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. So has Gokres and Isak. Yeah, it's the way people are. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Gokres, you know, with him at the moment, it's difficult to say where he's at because, you know, he's not really getting the service, is he? But I do feel with Gokres, right, he needs to be trying to get into the areas more himself, even though he's not been given the service. It's a bit like Isak at Liverpool, you know. I don't think Alexander Isak is 100% fit, you know, because he was late starting the season, wasn't he? But it's kind of his fault, you know, because the way he went on strike at Newcastle. So, you know, you can't have any sympathy really with Isak, can you? Because he's brought this upon himself why he's not 100% match fit. I mean, let's get it right. Yeah, thanks. Eze needs to be a 10, not ghost guard. Isak's still a dangerous player. I think when he is more match fit, right, I think that is when you will start to see Alexander Isak like at his best. But because he was late starting the season, you know, I think it's going to take a while for him to get completely match fit. Thanks, Michael. And he didn't really have a pre-season, did he? So, yeah. Arteta's holding this team back at Arsenal. He is. 100%. And they had a more world-class manager, and no doubt about it, they would win many more titles. Let's get it right. But Arteta is too naive and he's too stubborn, people. So he's going to hold this Arteta... He's going to hold this Arsenal team back. I got it for life. That's Arteta for you. Thanks. Yeah, geezer. It is, 100%. He's very stubborn, a bit like Ruben Amorim, honestly. I mean, should we research how many records Ruben Amorim has broken at Manchester United, right? I'd love to know. Let's have a look. So, like, here we go. Well, apparently he's already the worst manager ever. Oh, yeah, the amount of records this geezer's broken is completely mad. Big up Daniel Arteta's is the problem. I want free flowing football where players can express themselves. It's mad Liverpool have conceded goals in every other fixture apart from Arsenal because Arteta is scared of winning. Absolutely. Yeah, Arteta just went defensive. That's why I don't see Arsenal winning the league this season because of Arteta. It's stubbornness. That's what will cost them again. And to me, not elite enough. That's another reason why he won't win the league because he doesn't think of his decisions. He just rushes them. Arteta manages the team like a youth team coach with no experience. And also win the dog as well. I mean, what sort of football club has a dog called Win? I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously, that is absolutely embarrassing at the highest level. Win, yeah, maybe win more matches out on the pitch, yeah, instead of buying a dog called Win. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously, an absolute embarrassment. I mean, you wouldn't get any other football club doing that, would you? I say thinking, oh, I'll buy a dog, so you get the players' positivity, this and that. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I've never known a football club like it. Seriously, buying a dog called Win. And his league gunner says that dog looks so depressed at the training ground. And I wonder who takes it for walks and that. Oh yeah, and he's a shit player too. Yeah. Can't wait for you girls to cry over Arteta once again when he win nothing. So delusional, honestly. Arteta out and take that fucking dog with him. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. But yeah, I never understand that. What sort of football club buys a dog? Seriously, I mean that's just fucking laughable. It really is. If my football club did that, I'll be absolutely fuming at the highest level. Honestly, I'll be tearing it a new asshole. Because to me, that is unacceptable at the highest level. I mean, what sort of message does that send out? After you bottles like a league title, you go and buy a dog called Win. If they buy another dog, maybe name it Lose or something. Because, laughable. Arteta, the Archnet, apparently, according to a certain someone. And apparently, another YouTuber, Henry Talks Bollocks, used to say, oh, it's the Dark Arts. Arsenal playing Dark Arts. They're defending. They're getting over the line. They're winning matches. They're going to win the league. This and that. I mean, fuck out of here, man. Seriously. Anyway, he's meant to be a Tottenham fan, but he keeps talking about Arsenal. I mean, that's fucking weird. I'm not going to lie. Never knew he was a painter. I'll be cooking that ronin and brown envelope eagle at the end of the season. But yeah, it's like, seriously, guys. Ruben Amorim and Mikel Arteta, bunch of jokers. Rip Henry talks shit, a new asshole, Josh Lee. Honestly, he is an absolute running, seriously. I've never known a person like it. I mean, you meant to be a Tottenham fan and you keep talking about Arsenal. I mean, Don't you find that super weird, people? Because I do. It's a bit like if I'm a Manchester United fan and I kept talking about Liverpool and Manchester City. I mean, how weird would that be? Me keep talking about my rivals. I mean, that wouldn't sit right. And, I'll probably get a lot more subscribers than that, for like clickbaiting, but I'll never do that shit because I don't believe in it, because if you clickbait in that, you're literally cheating, But if you're authentic in that, you're doing it the proper way. So, yeah. But anyone who's clickbaiting their titles, why? Why are you doing it? Oh, yeah, because they do it for the likes, clicks, retweets, and all that shit. Subscribers, comments. It's like, fuck out of here, man. Seriously. Oh, dear me. But end of the day, it is what it is, people, isn't it? We all know why they do it. It's because they're sponsored at the end of the day. Yeah, facts, absolute facts, proper rules, yeah. But there are so many content creators on this platform who feel, oh, we have to clickbait our titles, this and that. Oh, we'll have to have a rant. And then when they receive their payment on a Monday morning, they're all calm again. So it's like, let's have a rant on the Sunday or the Saturday, and then Monday it's all calm again, isn't it? I wrote Henry Talks Football comment, and I told him, shut up, Ron, in a brown envelope. And I said, stop talking absolute nonsense rubbish. And I said, unsubscribe on his comments. Brilliant. But yeah, YouTubers who do all these clickbaiting and that, I can't fucking stand it, people. I really can't. To me, it sends out the wrong message. You're not going about it the right way. You're really not. Where if you grow your own YouTube channel, your own style, you are doing it the right way. Like with me, I am 100% authentic, right? We don't do any clickbaiting. I never beg for super chats. I never beg for memberships. As a content creator, I don't have to gift out these memberships, but I choose to because, you guys deserve it, because you guys, literally, the support you show me, you deserve to be rewarded. You really do. So, yeah, I see that as a big positive, guys. I really do. So, yeah. But, like I said, I'll never beg for memberships, super chats, or anything like that because, I'm not one of them content creators. I'm really not. Let's see who's getting it tonight. Who's getting that membership tonight? Who's the lucky one tonight? Here we go. Send one membership. Jay Towie. Well, congratulations. You've been a member a couple of times before, mate, haven't you? Well, congratulations. You earned yourself a 1 month Mr. Joshy J membership. Well done, Jay. Henry talks bullshit and said Arsenal will win the league, then suits Manchester City down to the ground. I spammed brown envelope on Henry Talks Football and called him a Ron on his stream. I bet you got timed out by one of the mods, didn't you? But hang in there, Dynamite Sorting. It's more than likely you will get it again soon. They all say get your super chats in, don't they, Josh? Because they're desperate for the money. That's why, Adam Partridge. Put in Semenyo in an Arsenal shirt. Not happening, Henry. Keep wishing. Absolutely. Yeah, facts. Not happening in a million years, people. Really isn't. But anyway, that is the end of tonight's show, people. I hope you enjoyed that. So let's see if there's anyone live who I like. Who's live who I like? Let's have a look. But yeah, big up to every single one of you who's been live and locked in this evening. Much appreciated. It's been a fun hour or so, just the interaction with the community again, absolutely fantastic. So look. Here we go. Bosh. Lee Gunner's line. So yeah, we'll go with Lee Gunner, people. Good night, geezer. You on tomorrow, Josh? Right? Yeah, I should be. Yeah. If I can think of something to stream, yeah. Thanks for your time, Josh, mate. Big ups to the community. Yeah, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button on Lee Gunner's channel, people. Make sure you put Mr. Joshy J Raid. Big ups to every single one of you. And yeah, once again, thanks for all the support. We're out of here, people. Laters.